Hey, good morning. It's Claude Johnson here, or good evening whenever you're watching this. Today I want to just talk about some basic music theory. You know, I see guitarists confused all the time, and it's not necessary. Music theory is very simple. In fact, I look at it like, music is numbers. So if you understand numbers, then you can understand music, and you don't have to be a mathematical genius or anything. I want to talk about the major scale to start out with, because the major scale is kind of the the basis, which is, whoa, I just dropped my pick there. Sorry about that. The basis for all music theory. So, let's start with a C major scale, okay? So, let me just show you how to play it first, and then I'll talk about the theory. So, I'm on the low E string, 8th fret, okay, with my middle finger, and then we go to the 10th fret with the pinky, and then the next string, 7, 8, 10, and then the next string, 7, 9, 10, again, 7, 9, 10, and then 8, 10, and then 7, 8. Okay, so if you look at the notes, now there's 12 notes in music, okay? So if we start at the bottom, let's just take the low E string. And if you play that open, that's an E. First fret is F, and then it's F sharp, G, and so on. By the time we get up here, now we're back to an E again, which is called an octave. So, first thing you should understand, that's the same note. And you should hear it in your head. Now, a really good thing to do when you're training your ear, right? Because music is a hearing art. So, a really good thing to do is to sing the pitches. La. Actually, this would be down. La. So, sing the octave with me. La, la, la. Okay? So, hopefully you can hear that's the same note. Just 3 different octaves. Okay? Alright, so, back to the C. Now, like I just said, there's 12 notes, but the major scale is using 7 notes. So a scale is a collection of notes. Not all 12, just 7 of them. Okay, a pentatonic scale is just 5 of the notes, okay? So the pentatonic C scale would be... Whoop. Okay? You can hear how it has a certain sound. The C major pentatonic scale is different 5 notes. Has a different sound. The C major scale different sound. Alright? So, in the key of C, there's no sharps and no flats, okay? So, because remember, here's the name of the notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you have your sharps and flats, okay? So for example, between A and B, there's B flat, okay? So in the key of C, these 7 notes, no sharps, no flats. Now, also notice that there's a specific interval pattern. So what that means, if you were to take any note on the fretboard and just go up 1 fret, okay, that's called a half step, all right? So if you go up 2 notes, that's called a whole step. Now with the major scale, the interval pattern is going to be whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Okay, so hope that made sense. Now if you take that same interval pattern but start on a different note, okay, you'll have a different scale. So if we start in the A, we can get an A, A major scale. Now the nice thing about the guitar versus, say, the piano is that you can move to a new key and it's the same shape. So if your fingers are used to playing that and you play it down here, the only different thing is as you move down it's a little bit wider, but it's still basically the same shape. Okay? Now in the key of A, we do have some sharps. Okay? So you have A, B, C sharp. Okay? Just because it's in a different key. So it's kind of important to know. Whatever key you're in is going to have a specific set of notes. Some of them could be sharps or flats. In the key of C, there's 0 sharps or flats, which makes it convenient. And so what I recommend you do is sing the scale. So let's go back to the key of C. La, 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 la. Okay? Alright, this is like, if you've ever heard like, that song, you know, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Some people call the notes that way. Whatever way you want, as long as you're singing it and internalizing it and hearing it, and understanding also with your mind. Another thing about the guitar is that, you know, notes go everywhere, right? Up, down, backward, forward. So, you know, if you're in the key of C, you could jump to anywhere in the neck. Okay, here's a C up here. And you can play the same scale. Okay, it doesn't matter as long as, you know, I don't want to hit, you know, G sharp because that's not in the scale. It's a different, it's not that I can't use that note in a song or a solo, but if I want to just learn the C scale and master that first, which is a good idea, I want to know up here, it's just G, A, not G sharp. So, I hope that made sense. Understand what scales are, you know, you can spend lots of time learning different shapes, but just, you know, we're talking about music theory and concepts, so understand the concept of a scale, a key, and in the next video we'll talk about building chords. Now I go a lot deeper into how music theory applies to learning your favorite songs in my Ultimate Guitar Song Collection, also known as the Ultimate Beginner Guitar Course. So just check that out. Do me a favor and click there right now. Go to guitarcontrol.com/beginner, and I think you're gonna really dig it. So check it out, guitarcontrol.com/beginner.